Ladies and gentlemen, every experience in life is the result of expectation. What you deeply believe to be true will, in time, become the world you live in. This is not a matter of chance or luck. It is a law as certain as gravity. Look at your life today. Everything around you, the circumstances you face, the people you interact with, even the opportunities before you, are reflections of your inner state. If you expect hardship, difficulty, or lack, life will mirror those expectations. But if you always expect the best, you will find that life yields to your confident assumption. Your life is the direct result of what you consistently expect. Expectation is not just a fleeting thought or a momentary wish. It is a deep-seated belief that defines the course of your reality. The world you see is merely a reflection of the assumptions you hold within. You cannot experience anything in life that contradicts your dominant expectations. If you assume success, success will find you. If you anticipate failure, obstacles will present themselves. This is not a matter of luck or external circumstances. It is a fundamental law of consciousness. The mind operates as a creative force, impressing itself upon reality in ways beyond physical comprehension. The unseen world of thought and assumption is always shaping the seen world of experience. There is no randomness in this process. Every event, every opportunity, every challenge you face is an echo of the beliefs you have accepted as true. Consider the way the subconscious mind operates. It does not argue, it does not reason. It accepts whatever you impress upon it and brings it forth into experience. This is why expectation is so powerful. It is the command you give to the unseen forces that govern reality. The person who always expects the best moves through life with a quiet confidence, an unshakable certainty that everything is working out in their favor. Because of this unwavering belief, doors open, circumstances shift, and what others call coincidences align perfectly in their favor. But what of those who expect the worst? They too are proving the power of expectation. The person who constantly anticipates difficulties will find them at every turn. They expect delays, setbacks, and disappointments, and so the world obliges. They may even believe themselves to be victims of fate, unaware that their persistent assumptions are weaving the very fabric of their difficulties. Life does not judge, it simply reflects. If you wish to transform your life, you must first transform what you expect from it. This is not about mere positive thinking or repeating empty affirmations. It is about assuming a new way of being. To always expect the best means to walk in the unwavering conviction that you are divinely guided, that all things are unfolding in your favor, and that success is inevitable. It means training yourself to reject doubt and fear, refusing to entertain any thought that contradicts your desired reality. To cultivate this state of mind, you must become conscious of the expectations you currently hold. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. When an opportunity arises, do you immediately think of why it won't work, or do you assume it will succeed? When faced with a challenge, do you expect things to fall apart, or do you trust that a solution will emerge? These moment-to-moment thoughts are shaping your reality far more than any external factor. Expectation is a habit, and like any habit, it can be changed. The first step is to become aware of it. The second is to deliberately choose what you expect from life. This requires discipline, for the world will try to convince you otherwise. It will present evidence of limitation, lack, and failure, but you must hold firm to your inner vision. The unseen world of thought always precedes the physical world of form. Once you begin to shift your expectations, you will notice a change in how life responds to you. Opportunities will appear where none existed before. People will treat you differently. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable will resolve themselves effortlessly. The external world is merely a mirror. It has no choice but to reflect the new assumptions you hold. Always expect the best, and the best must come. This is not wishful thinking, it is a law as precise as gravity. What you assume to be true with feeling must be made real. Hold firm to this principle, and you will walk through life with the quiet assurance that all things are working for your highest good. Expectation alone is not enough. It must be accompanied by the right feeling. You do not simply declare that good things are coming, you must feel as if they are already here. The power that shapes reality is not just in words or surface thoughts, but in the deep emotions that accompany them. Feeling is the key that unlocks manifestation, for what you feel to be true is what materializes in your life. Many people attempt to change their circumstances by thinking positively, but they do so without conviction. They say, "I will succeed," but internally they feel doubt. They affirm, "I am wealthy," yet they carry the feeling of lack. It is not the words that shape reality, but the emotions behind them. The subconscious mind does not respond to empty statements. It responds to the dominant feeling you hold within. If you say you expect the best but feel anxious or fearful, it is the feeling that prevails. This is why mastering your emotions is essential. You must cultivate the inner sensation of already having what you desire. If you wish for prosperity, you must feel the ease, security, and abundance of being prosperous. If you desire love, you must embody the warmth and fulfillment of being deeply loved. It is not about waiting for external proof. It is about generating the experience within yourself first. When you hold this feeling consistently, the world has no choice but to reflect it back to you. This is not a difficult practice, but it does require awareness. Most people allow their emotions to be dictated by external conditions. They feel good when things go well and discouraged when they do not. But to truly harness the power of feeling, you must reverse this order. Instead of reacting to the outer world, you must generate the inner state first and trust that the outer world will conform. Begin by imagining yourself in the reality you desire. Close your eyes and see yourself already living in the fulfillment of your dream, but do not merely see it, feel it. What emotions arise when you know that your desires are already yours? Perhaps it is a sense of peace, confidence, joy, or gratitude. Let that feeling fill every part of your being. This may seem unnatural, especially if your current circumstances suggest otherwise, but remember, the outer world is only a reflection of past thoughts and emotions. If you persist in holding the right feeling, your circumstances must shift. The law is simple. The world responds to your dominant emotional state. If doubts arise, do not fight them. Simply replace them with the feeling of certainty. If fear creeps in, immerse yourself in the feeling of security. Train yourself to dwell in the emotions of success, fulfillment, and abundance, even before any physical evidence appears. This is the mark of true faith, the ability to feel the reality of your desire before it manifests. The power of feeling is why some people seem to achieve success effortlessly while others struggle. Those who thrive do not merely hope for success. They feel it as an inevitable part of their existence. They radiate confidence, and the world responds accordingly. On the other hand, those who struggle often carry the feeling of doubt, and life reflects that back to them. There is no mystery to this process. It is a universal law that feeling precedes form. If you can hold on to the right emotional state, life will reorganize itself to match it. So choose your feelings wisely. Every emotion you sustain is an investment in your future reality. Align your emotions with the best, and the best must come to you. To expect the best is to trust in the unseen forces that shape reality. But this trust must be unwavering. It is easy to believe when things are going well, when results appear quickly, and when the path is clear. However, true faith is demonstrated in persistence, remaining steadfast even when appearances suggest otherwise. This is where most people falter. They allow temporary setbacks, delays, or challenges to shake their confidence, and in doing so, they unknowingly undo the very progress they have set in motion. Reality is not fixed. It is fluid, constantly being shaped by your dominant state of mind. What you consistently assume to be true will in time harden into fact. But this process is not always immediate. There is often a period where nothing seems to be happening, where your desire remains unseen, and where doubt whispers that your efforts are in vain. This is the test, the moment when you must persist in faith, knowing that the unseen is always at work. Most people do not realize that their desires begin to materialize the moment they impress them upon the subconscious mind with conviction. But because they do not see immediate results, they abandon their assumptions, letting fear and doubt take over. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. If you were to dig it up every day to check for growth, you would disrupt its natural process. The same is true with your expectations. You must plant them in the soil of your mind and trust that they will bloom in due time. This persistence is not a forced effort or a desperate clinging to an outcome. It is a quiet confidence, a knowing that what you have asked for is already yours, even if the evidence has not yet appeared. The moment you let go of this certainty, the creative process is interrupted and the manifestation is delayed. But if you hold firm, if you refuse to be swayed by appearances, the world must conform to your assumption. It is important to understand that faith is not blind hope. It is understand the world outside is nothing more than a mirror of the world within. If you continue to expect the best, regardless of what is happening around you, life will have no choice but to align with your expectations. This is not wishful thinking. It is a fundamental law of consciousness. Those who truly grasp this principle do not waver in their assumptions. They do not allow fear to creep in when things seem uncertain. Instead, they remain anchored in the feeling of already having what they desire. There is great power in refusing to react to temporary conditions. If you see lack, but you continue to feel abundance, abundance must come. If you face obstacles, but you persist in the belief that everything is working in your favor, solutions will present themselves. The mistake most people make is allowing external events to dictate their inner state rather than letting their inner state shape external events. To master this, you must learn to live in the end, to act, think, and feel as though your desire is already fulfilled. When doubt arises, remind yourself that the unseen is more real than the seen, for the seen is always changing, but the unseen is the cause of all change. Maintain your faith, and life will reshape itself to match your inner conviction. The key to success in any endeavor is the ability to persist in your assumption no matter what. Never let temporary appearances deceive you into abandoning your belief. The moment you declare something as true and persist in that truth, it must come to pass. The only thing that can stop it is your own wavering faith. Stay firm, expect the best, and the best will be inevitable. Imagination is the creative power that shapes your reality. Everything you see, touch, and experience first began as an unseen idea. The home you live in, the technology you use, the society around you, each of these was once only a thought in someone's mind. The same law applies to your own life. Your imagination is not a passive tool for daydreaming. It is the blueprint from which your future is constructed. Most people do not realize they are constantly using their imagination, but they are. Every fear, every worry, every doubt is an act of imagination misused. When a person imagines failure, hardship, or rejection, they are unconsciously shaping their future to reflect these assumptions. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It accepts whatever you impress upon it and brings it into form. This is why it is essential to take control of your imagination and direct it toward the life you wish to experience. To always expect the best, you must first see it in your mind. You must create a mental picture of yourself already in possession of what you desire. But this picture alone is not enough. It must be felt as real. Imagination fused with feeling is the key to manifestation. When you close your eyes and vividly see yourself living in the reality you want, when you feel the joy, the relief, and the excitement of having it, you are planting the seed of that reality into the subconscious. And once it is planted, it must grow. Many people struggle with this because they allow their current circumstances to dictate what they believe is possible. They look at their bank account and say, I cannot imagine wealth. They experience loneliness and say, I cannot imagine love. But this is the very reason they remain stuck. Reality does not change first. Imagination does. You must dare to see yourself beyond your present conditions, knowing that what you create within will eventually be reflected without. This requires discipline. It is not enough to imagine the best once and then return to thoughts of doubt and limitation. You must dwell in your desired reality consistently. Each time you do, you are reinforcing the truth that this is your life. Your dominant mental state determines your experience. If you repeatedly see yourself as successful, confident, and fulfilled, the world will shape itself to match that assumption. The greatest inventors, leaders, and visionaries throughout history have all used this principle. They saw possibilities where others saw limitations. They imagined realities that had never existed before and brought them into being. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not talent, luck, or circumstance. It is the ability to hold an image of success in the mind and persist in it no matter what. This is not fantasy, it is creation. Every time you imagine yourself achieving your goals, you are giving life to that vision. Every time you feel the reality of your desire, you are pulling it closer to you. The subconscious mind responds to feeling, and what you feel to be true must become real. There is no force outside of you determining what is possible. Your only limitation is what you are willing to imagine and believe. If you can see it clearly in your mind and feel it deeply in your heart, nothing can stop it from becoming your experience. The world will simply rearrange itself to reflect your inner state. Take control of your imagination. Use it with intention. See yourself as the person you wish to be. Live in the reality you desire and persist in that vision. Expect the best, feel the best, and the best must come to you. Your life is shaped by the expectations you hold, the feelings you cultivate, the faith you persist in, and the images you entertain in your imagination. These four elements are not separate forces, but a unified process that governs the reality you experience. Expectation sets the foundation. What you truly believe will manifest. Feeling gives life to that expectation. What you emotionally accept as real becomes your experience. Persistence ensures that temporary setbacks do not shake your faith, allowing the unseen forces to bring your desires to fruition. And imagination serves as the architect of your destiny. What you vividly see and feel within must take shape in the outer world. If you master these principles, there is no limit to what you can create. The external world is not fixed. It is a reflection of your inner world. You do not wait for circumstances to change. You change your state of mind, and circumstances must follow. When you expect the best, feel it deeply, persist despite appearances, and vividly imagine your desired reality, life will conform to your assumptions. You hold the key to your own transformation. There is no power outside of you determining your fate. Everything begins within. Align your thoughts, feelings, and expectations with the best, and the best will become your reality. Walk in the unwavering certainty that success, love, abundance, and fulfillment are already yours, and watch as life proves you right.